Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to Chris on Twitter for sending me this one. It's an absolute perler. A charity shop worker deemed to have alarming and complex views was caught with 16,000 images of child abuse and revealed she had a New Year's resolution to have sex with a child under 10 years old. Alarming, yes. Complex? No, not really.
Now, I'm getting the word nonce.
Not that complex at all. No more complex than my view that adults who fantasise about doing such things to children should have alarming things done to them, preferably by a state-funded executioner in a big black hood, armed with a collection of sharp objects. Or we could do it like our American cousins do and fire up the chair. However, the UK's got so many of these people, we wouldn't need an electric chair. We'd need an electrified roller coaster, a ghost train with 40,000 volts going through the tracks. Anyway, there's two questions I have about this story. A, why are these views labelled complex by the media? And B, why are so many women terrible sex fiends all of a sudden? Any idea? Ladies, do you want to answer these charges? I mean, there must be a photo of this nefarious lady somewhere. Let's have a look. Samantha Norris, come on, where's... Oh, aha! Something different about Samantha, isn't there? I have two hypotheses. A, Samantha is a particularly clumsy beekeeper, or B, Samantha has something long and bony down her knickers. Right then, amazing story. I love this. The stuff you guys send me on Twitter, it really does curl my toes up. It's starting to get hard doing this job. This hobby. I'm only glad that I went through rigorous, physically and mentally demanding training to earn my Green Beret, and thus giving me the intestinal fortitude and stoicism to scroll through Twitter and see the endless collection of deviants and sex pests on there every day, all obviously being treated with kid gloves by the British government. Anyway, let's read this story out of morbid curiosity as always. A charity shop worker deemed to have alarming and complex views was caught with 16,000 images of child abuse and revealed she had a New Year's resolution to have sex with a child under 10. Yeah, everybody's got to have a New Year's resolution. Fair enough. I'm just suggesting you could have picked a slightly better one, no? Also, why is it relevant that, I don't want to misgender anyone, because that would be cruel and unusual punishment, according to YouTube and the British government, especially the Scottish government. So I'll just use the term Big Sam, right? Big Sam. Also, there is a passing resemblance. Big Sam, Big Sam, Big Sam, Big Sam. I'm gonna have to pack this in. I'm starting to... Which story am I supposed to be reading again? Big Sam, who was in the process of gender transitioning, didn't see that one coming 40 miles away. Yeah, that didn't just crest the hill 40 miles away. That was a drunk diplodocus wearing a neon yellow shell suit, staggering into view, cresting a towering peak across a gigantic barren plain. That's what that one was. You didn't have to be Albert Einstein to figure that one out, did you? These include 2,000 still images and 121 videos of Category A, the most serious type. They include children as young as 3 and others showing youngsters aged 6 in distress and pain. My God. She entered the police following a trial. Jeez, I can't read it anymore, or else I'm going to launch my computer through the patio and my missus will have a fit. Right, listen to me. Let me just sum up neatly here, right? For years, people have pointed out, reasonable people, back when the world was sane, that have no problem at all with the LGBT community. But we've said predators, by definition, using the dictionary term for predator, will predate on people. And predators, being totally lacking in moral conviction, will say and do anything that will assist them in their predations, including, obviously, lying about things. The raving lunatics that said, oh, nobody will ever lie about transitioning. Why would they do that? Well, because the predators. They'll tell you up is down and left is right if it allows them to sling a 4-year-old girl in the boot and drive her back to the dungeon underneath their house. They lie. about everything, all of the time. Which is why reasonable people like J.K. Rowling, I mean, there's a name I'm just putting out there, someone who's been liberal and left-wing her whole life, and then she disagrees with the woke on this one issue and all of a sudden making out like she's Jeffrey Dahmer. She simply pointed out a reasonable position, that nobody should be victimised or made to feel fear because of what and who they are. But you have to have basic precautions because predators will do and say anything in order to predate on people easier. That's what predators do. They don't make it harder for themselves, do they? You don't see a lion on the prairie looking at a water buffalo or a gazelle and thinking, I'll tell you what, I'll put a blindfold on, let's make it fair for them. Doesn't happen. They tell lies. So you have to have protected spaces for women and children, and you have to crush people that break the law and get rid of all of these community orders and electronic tags. If you're going to be a child predator, we need to get 1930s with these arseholes, I'm telling you. The Bootneck would advocate simply, I'd do it for free, I wouldn't even take a salary. I would be the state executioner, I'd do it after work every Friday for nout. And I wouldn't even use a handgun, because we'd have to buy ammunition. I would do it myself using a house brick from my back garden, and we could recycle the brick. Right? So don't tell me it's about a cost issue. We need to get tough on crime, and we need to enact basic common sense segregation so women and children are kept safe from manipulative lying men who do a terrible job of looking like a bird by sticking a bit of lippy on and wearing a wig, even though they've got a craggy head. Like that just looks like a walnut with a face drawn on it. Of course, Big Sam can do a bit of harm when Big Sam's got a lob on. Of course, Sam can get up to hijinks when left unattended and surrounded by children. This stuff is ludicrous. The general public don't even need convincing. The general public have been on side with getting medieval on these people for 30 years, but the government don't care because you don't live in a democracy in the UK. We all know it. But that's just my opinion. If you disagree because you're a limp-wristed soy boy, you please tell me in the comments. Tell me why we should go soft on the most detestable scum that humanity has to offer. Please, I want to know your opinion. All right? Thanks for sending me that, Chris. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you all again very soon. Cheers. Toodle pip.